It's true. On February 2nd, Groundhog Day, A Spacious Place completes 9 years of service and moves toward its first double-digit birthday. And for us, it's a time to look backward, as you saw, and to look forward, to look inward, and to look outward. And that's what we hope for each of the people we serve, and for each one of you sitting in this room right now. This past year, one of our participants asked if we could do bookmaking for an arts expression, and that would be the art form, not the vice. So we did. Thank you, Caitlin.
Took me a second, but I'm there.
So we did. And we created these books as personal stories for ourselves. They talked about our likes, foods, colors, friends, and our hopes and our dreams for travel, for happiness, for love. And I watched our authors, Kaye did this, as they swapped stories about good food joints and depicted each other as besties in these books, and then worked together on this tricky business of binding the book all together. One of our participants arrived too late to do the activity with us and asked if he could take his work home. I said yes, with the caveat that he return with the completed manuscript and show it to me. A couple of months went by, and I had forgotten about it. And he arrived beaming. He had meticulously and beautifully completed every page, and then bound it into his personal journal. And the joy on his face and the pride in his voice spoke to the wonder of that accomplishment for him. And it reminded me of why we do what we do. Because when we create, we listen to our own story, and then we begin to share it. And when we create in community, like we've done today, we begin to hear the stories of other people as well. And we begin to recognize that we are all children of a creator. It is deep in our DNA, not only the capacity, but the need to create. And to go that deep and to look that thoroughly into ourselves, sometimes it is not pretty. But the best stories have both grit and glory. And the best storytellers, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, are the ones who try to tell the truth. So for those of us who have the courage enough to dig deep, our personal stories can be epic. And for those who have love enough to extend that creative invitation outward, we can transform the world one story at a time. I look around this room and I see people who have been a part of the Spacious story since its prologue. And I see others who have become major characters in the story in just recent chapters. And it makes me wonder, what's next? You can be a part of writing the next chapter of the Spacious story. In the bulletin insert, you will see there are a myriad opportunities for volunteer service, and I would be happy to speak with you about any of them. But also today, we have an invitation for you before you leave. This is the dude/dudette. Spacious Dude is the spirit of a spacious place, and we attire the dude in different costumes to tell various aspects of our spacious story. Here's our invitation to you today. Dress the dude to tell a part of your story. What's been, what is, what may come. And don't use those killer words, I'm not a good artist. It's not about that. It's about telling your story. So, it's your story. Will you skim or will you go deep? Will you be a human doing or a human being? For those of us who have the courage to do the risky business of creating, Natasha Bedingfield has a promise for us. The future of our story is unwritten, but it is filled with possibilities. Feel free to sing along. Feel free to dance along. Here we go.